Hi, this is Susan Gonzalez. Welcome to my first YouTube video. I hope you enjoy making jack squat. Thanks. Okay, so this is what you're going to find in the kit. You'll need thread. I like to use a Valdani thread. This is my needle. You can use a chenille needle, an embroidery needle, whatever works for you for holding your thread. I have my pumpkin stem and I have drilled a hole through the pumpkin stem, 2 T-pins, and that holds your wool in place, a styrofoam ring, and I use a twine covered wire. Makes a very nice accent to the pumpkin. This is all in the kit. These are the 2 pieces of wool you'll find in there with the matching cords in the correct sizes. I lay my strip of wool out, and with my needle and thread already threaded, I come up and I start taking very large bites in the center between the cord and the flange. So you can see I've gone a little slow here, and you'll see that I have taken really big bites. And I'm going to sew all the way down the cord like this. And I'm going to do both cords, and now I'm going to do it really fast for you. So we can carry right on, and when I'm done, I have both cords sewn. Very nice and neat. Okay, so let's take their styrofoam ring, and you're going to start by pinning the cord on. Your cord is to the left, the flange is to the right on your wool strip. Now it's nice and secure on the styrofoam ring, and you're going to start by holding it with your left hand onto the ring and bring the end up. This is important so that you don't wind up breaking your ring. You're going to wrap 5 times. You're going to lay the cord next to the cord, and it goes on top of the flange of wool. So up like a snake, up through the ring, and wrap again. So you're going to wrap 5 times, and when you hit the 5th one, you're going to switch over to the other side. Okay, so this is where you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to bring the cord over and lay it next to the other cord, bring it up through the hole, and crisscross over to the other side, take it to the back, and this is where you're going to tuck. Wherever it just seems to tuck in naturally. You'll find a place, if the cord seems to be a little bit too long, then just cut it off. You just want to tuck it in so that you can't see it. At this point, I'm going to find another T-pin. I'm going to bring my other cord over. I'm going to attach the cord, stick it in with the T-pin just like I did before. Secure that in, and then just start to wrap. So I'm wrapping all the way around, keeping the cord laying next to each other as I go, holding it firmly with my left hand to keep it on the styrofoam ring so that it doesn't unravel as you're wrapping. It gets a little tight in here, and what you're doing is you're filling in that space in the middle so that it will support the pumpkin stem when you go to place it. When you get right to the end, it gets a little bit tight, and that last piece, when you go to fold it, you want to fold the seam underneath so that when you're bringing it around, you don't see the threads. You're going to tuck it in a little tight right there, and then bring it up and find a nice little place to tuck it in. Okay, now we're looking at our pumpkin stem and getting ready to put the wire in. So try to keep the twine around the wire tight. You can spin the pumpkin top right onto the wire, kind of keeps it tight as it's going through. You're going to feed the pumpkin stem halfway through the wire with matching sides, about About like that. That's good. And now we're going to bend the ends of the wire so that we can stick it through the pumpkin without catching it on the wool. So just take a little bend in the end of the wire. And I can just do that with my fingers. I don't even need a tool. Okay, so now that you have bent the ends and they'll stick right through the pumpkin, try to get it on either side of the big knot in the middle. So one in one side, one in the other, and then we're going to pull the wires down through and kind of base that stem right into the pumpkin. It'll kind of seat itself. Find a nice place for it. It depends on the size of the stem that you're using. Some are bigger than others. You're going to crisscross the wires underneath, and then we're going to bring them back up to the top, right through the same holes. If it doesn't exactly go into the same hole, that's fine too. But you're going to bring them back up to the top. Take your time and work that wire through. And this is securing that pumpkin top to the wool and actually making it a little stiffer and securing the knot at the same time. Bring the wires up to the top, seat that pumpkin stem, and then crisscross the wires right on the side of the stem. Yeah, and you can do that right with your hands. You don't need any fancy tools or anything. And now you're going to give a little character to your pumpkin. I'm going to straighten those stems out a little bit. And then you can use a tool of some type. Make some curls. I think this was a paintbrush that I was using here. You can use a pencil or just your finger, whatever works. Give it a little character. And do that with both of your wires. Okay, so you're going to brush your pumpkin off, and there you go. You're done. It looks great. I hope you enjoy your pumpkin. Thank you.